All right, so this is the continuation. All right, so this is problems number 3 and problems number 4. All right, in our lesson 13, we are calling it there. You ready?
Challenge accepted.
Oh, all right, here we go. So algorithm method still. All right, so we set up our division where we got our 4 that's on the outside. All right, and we have our 9,584 on the inside. So again, when we were doing forgiveness, we were trying to figure out how many times does 4 fit into 9,584. And so we were looking at the number 9,000. This is why people like the algorithm, because you're just worried about 4 and a 9. How many times can 4 fit into 9 without going over? Well, we can get 2 groups in there. Notice I've got it right above the 9 because that's what I was trying to put it into. So just like before, we multiply, all right, and then we're going to subtract. So 2 times 4 is an 8. Subtract, we get a 1. Bring down your next number, which is the 5. And now the process starts all over again. How many groups of 4 can we get into 15? In other words, 4 fits into 15 how many times without going over? 4 times? No, that's 16, too big. So we got 3 times, because 4 times 3 is 12. So again, it's a subtraction problem. We get 3. We bring down the next contestant, who is an 8. Process all over again. How many times does 4 fit into 38? How many groups of 4 can get into 38? Well, let's see here. 4 times 7, that's 28. Yeah, that's kind of far away. 4 times 8, 32. That's kind of close. 4 times 9, ooh, there it is. 4 times 9 is 36. All right. There we go. So there's our 2. All right, last one here, and a smile comes to our face because how many times does 4 fit into 24? Exactly 6 times. So I got to go on the next page. When we subtract, we get our 0. All right, so we do get our 2,396. So if we check this over here, we think it should go in 2,000 times. Well, that would give us 8,000. All right, subtract, you get 584. Coming back over here, it should go in 300 times. And again, wait a second. Let's go through this here as we. Oops, sorry, lost my number 1 there. You're trying to figure out how many times 4 goes. So if it bothers you, like, gosh, that's a large number. That's why people like the algorithm. Before, I just was doing 4 into 15. Now we can use it as our hint here. We do want you to see that connection. Really, you're doing 4 into 15, and you're like, well, yeah, that's 3 times, but really, it's got to be 3,000 or something, 300, excuse me. And again, there's why people like going back to your algorithm there, is because you got to figure out, was it hundreds, is it thousands? But yeah, we've got to get into the thousands. So 4 times 3 is our 12, so we need hundreds, tens, hundreds, which is why I don't need the hundreds to go along with it. Subtract, like I said, let me handle the subtraction there. We do get 384. And again, you're thinking, how many times does 4 fit into 384? That's where people get overwhelmed with it, whereas over here we were just doing 4 into 38. Now, that's what you're focusing on here. That's why your 9 is there. It is 36, but again, we need a 10, so that's why it is a 90. All right, so that's why it's 360. You subtract, you get 24, and ooh, 4 and 24, yes, 6 times, just like before. So there's our 2,000 plus 300 plus 90 plus 6. It is 2,396 that we've got. All right, let's do one more. All right. I am going to have you finish up problems 5 and 6. I do want to see your comfort level as you come into the classroom tomorrow. So let's try problem number 4. You know what? Oh, let's be adventuresome here. All right. Let's try the forgiveness method first. And let's watch how it goes back the other direction as well. So I'm going to put my 5 out here, my line down there, my 37,685. Now again, it just kind of comes down to, with forgiveness, is you could take a really long time to get there. Algorithm gets there in the least amount of time. So when we look at this, you might say, oh, 6. I'm going to use the 6 there. Let's go 6,000. All right, because 5 times 6 is 30, and I got tens, hundreds, thousands still. Tens, hundreds, thousands. So I get 7,685. And let's see, now that goes, you know what? Hey, that's 1,000, right? Because I'm going to use 5 times 1,000. That's 5,000. All right, so I've got 2,685. All right, so now I got to figure out 5 into that. Well, 1,000's not going to work. I could go 500. 5 times 5 is 25, tens and hundreds, tens and hundreds. Again, so this, you have to be comfortable with your powers of 10. Otherwise, this does get a little frustrating. 5 into 185. All right, well, 5 into 18, that's about 3, so we're thinking about 30. All right, so that's 150. 5 times 3 is 15. And then when we subtract, we do get our 35, and ooh, it does go in exactly 7 times. So if we add this all up, we're thinking 6,000 plus 1,000, 7,000, 7,500, 7,530, and then your 7. So 7,537 is what we think the answer should be. Let's watch it with our algorithm now. So we got our 5, we've got our 37,685. Now we said 7 here. So does 5 fit into 3? No, it's too big. So we got to check the first 2. 5 into 37, yeah, 7 times. So 7 times 5 is 35. Subtract and bring down the next number. And that's the routine there. Subtract, bring down the next number. 5 into 26, yeah, you can see it does go 5 times. 5 times 5 is 25. So again, we're just under it without going over. So again, we multiplied just like we did there. We subtract just like before. The difference is you bring down the next number. I like bringing the arrow down. That's just me. We're thinking it should go in 3 times. 5, yeah. 5 times 3 is 15. Now again, before I was trying to figure out 5 into 185, and that's where it can get distracting. Now here I'm just doing 5 into 18. So subtract away, I get 3. Bring down the next number, who is a 5, and oh my goodness, 5 goes into 35 exactly 7 times. So you can see here a lot more zeros, a lot larger numbers, but again, it is powers of 10s, which isn't entirely uncomfortable. So I would like you to finish up 5 and 6. I want you to come in doing both methods. I don't care which one you start with. For right now, like I said, eventually we need to get strong with our algorithm method. The forgiveness method is going to work in some situations, but with our decimals, it's not going to always. So the focus is going to be using, we refer to that algorithm method. All right. That's all we got for now. Cookie Monster, people. Cookie Monster.